Okay, I'm now going to do substitution where they look, only one of them is solved for y, meaning they give me an equation like this and only one of the equations is solved for y. Okay, it's not very often that you get both of them solved for y, where it says y equals and y equals. Well, the first one tells me y is equal to all of this, and I call this ATC, all that crap. Y is equivalent to all that stuff. So in the second equation, I actually can substitute in this part for that y right there. The 2 is still there. That says 2 times y, so I need to make sure when I write it, I put it in parentheses. So I'm going to rewrite the second equation here, and I'm going to have negative 5x minus 2, but instead of y, I'm going to substitute in all of this stuff. I'm literally going to plug in 5x minus 13. Now you're going to disco moo-moo. Disco moo-moos. Distribute. Yep, got to distribute, and that usually does happen when you have substitution. So I've got to distribute out. Make sure, biggest mistake that you guys do is you don't distribute out a -2. It never screws up the first term. It screws up that second term because you always will get negative 10x. That you don't mess up because you go, oh, it's negative. 2 times 5 is 10x. It screws up this. Negative times a negative is a positive 26. That negative 5x is still there. I've now distributed. Now I got to combine like terms. I'm looking here and I can combine those two. I get negative 15x plus 26 is equal to negative 4. Now I've got to move numbers. So I'm going to subtract 26. Sorry, I didn't draw walls. Subtract 26 from both sides. I get negative 15x is equal to negative 30 because same sign you add. Then it says move variables. Don't have any to move? Solve. Divide by negative 15. On the test, a lot of you missed. A negative divided by negative is a positive. Now I know what x is. Once you've solved for part of it, you now go to an original problem. And this is where I call it plug it in, plug it in. That's what PINE stands for, plug it in to an original problem. I'm going to take y equals 5x minus 13. Instead of x, guess what I'm using? Dun, 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 dun. Well, we just solved for x. I'm going to plug that in right there. Rewrite y is equal to 5. Instead of x, I'm going to write 2, because that's what we found x to be, minus 13. Y is equal to 10 minus 13, which is y is equal to negative 3. Now that you have these two, you write it as an ordered pair. So my final answer is an ordered pair, x comma y. X comes first, y comes second. This is important. Come tomorrow, you might find y first, and you'll put them in backwards here. They know that you're going to put them in backwards, so that'll be one of their answers that they give you a choice of.